Okay, welcome everybody to another partial modern league. I've played a few games of this in the league already. This is Samwise Gamgee combo. This is Thomas Monk's list from the recent Nordic Masters. Thomas known for playing this deck, and I think he finished first. Big proponent of it. I've seen the whole sort of Nordic team. There's a team out there that work almost exclusively on this in modern, I think. So played 3, 2 and 1, lost against Titan. I had a couple of draws to kill them and just didn't quite get there. But yeah, just going to play the last 2 games. It's a really interesting deck, so I thought I've played it before on the channel as well, so you can go back and see those past leagues if you want. So if you haven't seen the deck before, it revolves around getting Cauldron Familiar, Samwise Gamgee, and a sack outlet, usually Voucher, onto the battlefield at the same time. And then you do need something to start it off, like a food, but then essentially, or yeah, you sacrifice Cauldron Familiar to Voucher, bring it back with a food, it comes in, Samwise Gamgee makes another food, and then you keep going and you drain your opponent for infinite life. So yeah, you can also do it with Yawgmoth, also a good just value piece. We are running Young Wolves to go with Yawgmoth, just really good, and they're good for Chord of Calling, which you have to search out your combo pieces, as well as Birthing Ritual. Rounding off the deck, things like Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Bowmasters, and then the sideboard. I'd say the usual, but it's got some interesting inclusions. So Skyclave is just a tutorial answer to any problematic permanent. Got Enduring Innocence, which grindy card, draws you cards, gains you some life. Sun Cleanser against any energy decks or anyone that's going to bring in Wrath of the Skies. Crystal Barricade, again you can tutor for this. Gives you hexproof, and it prevents all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures. So you can't kill the other creatures with Galvanic Discharge, Lightning Bolt, things like that. Thoughtseize, Force of Vigor. Endurance for the control, artifacty enchantment decks, graveyard decks. Character Roof, Pick Your Poison, Solar Jailer. Solar Jailer is an interesting one because you can't combo while it's on the field, but against some decks like Storm, you just really, really want it, and you can sacrifice it as the first step to Voucher, so you can go off after that. So yeah, like I say, I've played 3. We're 2 and 1. We lost to Titan, beat Energy, and beat, what was it? Can't now remember. Might have been Belcher. But yeah, so 2 and 1. I'll take this opportunity to plug my Manatraders partnership. You'll find a code up in the top right corner here and in the description below, good for 40% back on your 3rd month of subscription. Highly recommend them, been really good to me, good to play a sort of a range of decks. So yeah, at the moment with myself practicing a little bit of standard, just dipping my toe in the water, not going particularly well. Played a couple of leagues, trying out different decks, getting ready for, because there is a Spotlight here in the UK in October, so thinking about playing the standard portion of that, but also testing modern because there are a lot of modern events there as well. I'm going to be going in Last Chancing in November at the Regional Championships, which is also modern. So yeah, playing mostly modern, dipping my toe into standard. So yeah, just going to see how we finish off with Samwise. Right, so we're definitely keeping this hand. It has the entire combo in our hand. Hedgemates could be Neobrand. Yep, it's Neobrand. So we are liable to get turn 2'd here. Let's go over into, and I'm just going to put in a Cauldron Familiar. Next turn we go Fetch Shock, Samwise, and then the turn after, if we get another turn, we win the game, assuming the opponent doesn't interact with us. I can't remember what they run that interacts. So attack for 1. Yeah, it's fine. So let's go and grab Temple Garden, Samwise. Opponent could Pact of Negation. Unlikely. Okay, player Genesis. So as long as they don't... Oh, I probably should have led with Viscera Seer. Because next turn, if they counter Viscera Seer, we can't win. Whereas if they'd countered the cat, we could still have won. So the fact that they put Allosaurus Rider into the graveyard probably means they either have... They must have one in hand. They were looking for Neoform or just interaction. So it could be that well, I say just that they put Griselbrand into play here. They are just passing though. Birthing Ritual. Birthing Ritual is actually quite good. So let's go Viscera Seer and see what they do. Okay. I'm now going to play a Goose because now we have, okay, so we go sacrifice this to scry 1, and now we have the full combo, and it's good to have extra foods lying around so you can go off in response to spells. Okay, well, it looks like we've got it. Yeah, so we turn 3 them. Obviously, fairly lucky to not have them go off by turn 3. Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter. Okay, so that doesn't help. We want Thoughtseize. They probably will bring in Veil of Summer. Don't want Collector Roof, don't want Force of Vigor, don't want Endurance. So just the Thoughtseizes, and we want to cut all the Fatal Pushes. I guess pick your poison. I don't know what their graveyard hate of choice is, or if they just try and go faster. Let me just look up Neobrand. See what their graveyard of choice is. Assuming it's on the first page of Goldfish. Yep. So... Okay, so it doesn't look like they run any real, hard-hitting graveyard hate. So I think we just go pick your poison if we really need to get through a little bit of, I don't know, damage. I'm not totally sold on that, but I think it's the best that we've got access to. Okay, so this is probably too slow and it doesn't have a Thoughtseize in. This has 3 copies of Viscera Seer. So go turn 1 Viscera Seer, or turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Seer, turn 3 we can cord for Sam if we find it, or cord for the remaining piece. Okay. We'll try it. I'm not overly enthused by it. Usually I want to save fetch lands to go and grab Dryad Arbor potentially. If you have Samwise out, Dryad Arbor makes a food and you can go off in response to like a removal spell or something. Opponent ditches the Pact. So they quite possibly have Rider in hand. Okay, they cycle. We don't really have any silver bullets that we can cord for. They do shock in there. Okay, there's the Dryad Arbor. So now we just want to go Viscera Seer, land, goose. Gonna sacrifice a food. The reason I'm sacrificing a food is because I want to surveil. Because next turn, if we hit one of the pieces, we can win the game. There's the rider. Okay, evolution. They've only got one card in hand, so let's see what they put out. It's probably Griselbrand. Yeah, so we are all in on trying to find the combo. Let's go and grab Portico here. Obviously, Cat into the Graveyard also works. Well, that's Samwise. So now we can go Samwise Gamgee, Dryad Arbor, and now I just want to chord right now, because then the opponent has to draw 7. Green, green, chord for 1. Opponent will try and draw into Pact, but they need to draw Pact and Consign to Memory. Well, they don't find it by the look of it, so we'll just put a Familiar into play and win the game. Okay, so yeah, we managed to turn 3 of them both times, I think. They did their thing. Fortunately, it was just, I say just Griselbrand. He is a 8 mana creature with the ability to draw, they drew 14 cards. But yeah, like I say, they needed to find Pact of Negation and Consign Memory there. So yeah, happy with that. And we'll move on to the 5th and final round. We are 3-1. Right, so yeah, we're going to keep this hand. We're on the draw. But it has 2 pieces of the combo. Goose, interestingly enough, doesn't actually increase our speed, because our creatures are so cheap anyway. So I don't know if I really want to play Goose on 1. Looks like we're against blue-black, which is quite a hard matchup. Goose does block Psychic Frog. I think I am going to play it. See what they do. Okay, there's the frog. Okay, well there's chord. So if we go Samwise here, we can chord for the win next turn. But we quite possibly need to chord for I think I'm just going to surveil. Quite possibly need to chord for Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm going to top that one. Then just play out the Seer. Seer is okay. It can sack the Gilded Goose in response to this, but Maybe I meant to just let them draw a card, given that we've got Cord. No, I'll block. Having them discard a card is fine here. They may be missing lands. We know there's a push on top, so there's no point in scrying. Them discarding subtlety is huge as well. Hopefully this isn't Harbinger main. Well, I thought this is pretty good. Okay, so that means they probably have Spell Snare or Counterspell. Either way, I'm not going to play into it. Just going to attack for 1 and pass. I mean, we could have... Yeah, and their upkeep, we'll just go push here. See if they want to counterspell. No counterspell. They could have a Murktide. Tameo. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Surveil again here. Well, that's a good draw. So, weirdly enough, we want Birthing Ritual instead of Samwise. I think they have Spell Snare. But weirdly here, I'm going to play the Boseiju. Like, they find it a lot harder to interact with Birthing Ritual. Saving this so that we can find Dryad Arbor next turn. There is a Samwise. So yeah, sack this. I'm going to put Samwise into play. Like, he's our combo piece. Opponent hasn't got many cards left. One of them probably is push. Although, no, because they would have... Oh, that's rough. Wasn't expecting strategic betrayal. We can at least go and get Dryad Arbor here. There's another Viscera Seer. Let's draw a card. Push is good. Let's go Seer. I think I'm just gonna go with this because I can't. Maybe I should have just pushed. See what we get. Goose. Okay, so I should have. Yeah. I'm gonna put the familiar in, and then I am actually gonna fetch and just push this now. Like, it's their source of card advantage. Get a basic swamp. And like, they've only got 1 card in hand. Okay, Frog is pretty good. That's okay, because we can go and get Dryad Arbor. Could attack here. No, we want to keep the food around. Safekeeper, Bowmasters. Okay, so we're sacking the cat. Bring in the Bowmasters. Bowmasters shoot them. This also obviously helps with, you know, if they want to draw cards with Psychic Frog. Their own Bowmasters kills our Bowmasters. I'd imagine they fly the frog here. Yeah. I'm going to bring the cat back. I doubt we want to attack, but okay, draw. Windswept Heath, not good. Do we attack? I don't think so here. Just want to let Birthing Ritual do its job. We see a young wolf or a goose. I kind of want goose. Let's sack the familiar, get the goose. Goose is able to block frog, and it makes another food, and it continues making food. Which is, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we block with goose here. Well, not going to get the opportunity, so. This is the kind of secondary game plan, just the kind of nickel and diming with Birthing Ritual and stuff. I'm not going to block here. They could Kaito this, I guess. We're very reliant on Birthing Ritual. Okay, they're discarding, so do they have Murktide? Probably. That gives us free license to just... Okay, so that's a 6/6. They can't fly the frog next turn. I'm just going to bring back the familiar. Now we have the opportunity here to just win the game if we draw a combo piece and then Birthing Ritual into the other one. Ugh. We've done both of those. No attacks. Might as well play this. Yawgmoth, there's Samwise and another familiar and a Bowmasters. Trouble is we don't actually have a food. And the Viscera Seer. Okay, so I'm going to sack the cat whatever. How many of each have we lost? We've lost 2 Samwise, 1, 2 Seer. I'm going to put Samwise in. And then I'm going to shuffle my library so that because we know that there are we know that there's a Viscera Seer on the bottom. Can the opponent kill us this turn? No. They would have needed more cards because in theory if they discard 3 instants, got 2 cards here, that would be 10 damage. They can't grow the Murktide with the frog. Really depends what the opponent has in hand. Am I blocking here? I think so. I fear the opponent might have another Bowmasters. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just chump block a frog. They kill this. Yeah, I think we just chump block the frog, stop them drawing a card. I think, yeah, I feel they may have Bowmasters. We get a 5. Let's go and grab a land. So yeah, it's this turn really. We'd love to draw a creature. Another Birthing Ritual is kind of okay. Depends what they have. If they have a removal spell, we're pretty cooked. Well, if you have Cauldron Familiar in the graveyard. Okay, no attacks. Put a couple of Birthing Ritual triggers onto the stack. So we do hit well, Viscera Seer is all we need. Sack this. Grab Viscera Seer. And then I'm going to try and bring it back right now. I mean, it looks like we're in luck here. So we'll try again. We'll top that one in case we need to Viscera Seer it back. Always yield. Always yield. And then we just need to finish the opponent off. So yeah, we got a bit lucky there. But we played to our outs. And well, and a lot of it came down to that one decision where we, I think, played the Samwise into the spell snare, because Birthing Ritual is so good in this. Let's put this over here, top. Birthing Ritual is so good in this matchup. Just because you saw the opponent just can't really interact too well with it. So just rambling on while we finish off our opponent. 5 more. I don't know, I put them on I thought they might have Bowmasters, but much easier to do obviously in paper. Lots of different variations of this deck. I have played one with Amalia before. People that were into Pioneer will remember the Amalia combo with Wildgrowth Walker. Can play that in this deck. Okay, this should be the last one. Okay, so against Murktide, we want probably Pick Your Poison, Thought Seizes, Enduring Innocence. Okay, Endurance is great. Don't think we want any of this. I could see us having Hexproof for their Thought Seizes, but I don't think that's that great. I might want Enduring Innocence or Skyclave. What don't we like? I like Fatal Push. What do we trim? Trim the Haywire Might. Trim. We like Birthing Ritual. I like Bowmasters. I think Yawgmoth's too expensive. I think we trim around the combo. 7 cards. I definitely want Thoughtseize and Endurance. Endurance is an interesting one as well because it can act as a Lotus Petal for your Chord of Calling, because you can flash it in and then when its evoke trigger is on the stat you can chord. Birthing Ritual very good. Do we trim? Oh, we can trim Goose, trim Young Wolf. Let's try that. I kind of like Enduring Essence, but it's quite expensive and it is sorcery speed. I say this every time I play this deck as well about Young Wolf, but it's very good at protecting the combo. I think we're going to keep this. But yeah, you can sacrifice the Young Wolf, it comes back, makes a food, and you can go off again. So I kept this hand. It's not the best. And actually I didn't notice that we didn't have much green mana. But, you know, mulliganing against the Thoughtseize deck isn't great. I'm going to go and get green-white here. Actually, maybe just forest. Yeah, we've got the swamp. Let's play around. Let's play around Harbinger. They usually only need 1 white. Okay, Fatal Push. This turn we get to go... I'm going to hold on to the Safekeeper, I think. Okay, Arbor. Let's just go Young Wolf. Maybe I meant to trim more Young Wolves. Countering that is interesting. I'm not just going to play the Swamp, I think. Because next turn, if they go for Frog, I want to just be able to push it. Okay, Thoughtseize probably takes Chord here. They are a way off from casting it, but depends if they want to slam Frog this turn. Okay, so they do have a Frog. Well, they could have Bowmasters, I guess. Well, Thoughtseize isn't bad. Let's go Thoughtseize you. I doubt they're running Spell Pierce. They might just counterspell here. Okay, they do have Bowmasters, which is good into Safekeeper. Okay, so we'll take Stern Scolding, go land, Safekeeper. Next turn we can chord. Probably not block. Yeah, not blocking here. For a start, we're winning the race, and we need the green creatures to chord. Okay, Tameo. So, I mean, I'm probably just chording at instant at sorcery speed for something. But what? Could chord for endurance. Oh no, we can't. I can only chord for 2. I'm just going to chord for Samwise. But we have the Sylvan Safekeeper to protect it. Yeah, let's chord for Samwise. Like the Dryad Arbor being in play is a little bit annoying, but I will block here if they attack with these. Did you have... oh no, we've been the Stone Scalding. Remember they have... I clicked off the wrong one. They have... what's it called? Consigned to Memory. Which is okay against us, I guess. Draw a card and Surveil. So we'd love to find... well, any creature is fine. That is very good. I'm going to play the land, play the ritual. Hopefully they haven't found Spell Snare. No Spell Snare. Okay. No attacks. See what we can find. They could consign this trigger. Yeah, that seems fine. Don't blame them for consigning that. Now we've got a lot of time. The Tamiyo is slowly getting them card advantage, but so is our Birthing Ritual. Play a land. We don't run a basic plains. Gonna go and get Lush Portico here. Sylvan Safekeeper can target itself as well, which is pretty crazy. Push. Yeah, I think I'm in for Fatal Push. Just kind of buys us time. Like pushing Tamiyo in their turn is pretty good. So we hit with Ritual, Viscera Seer, Bowmasters. Okay, so we sack the Dryad Arbor, bring in Viscera Seer, slowly getting towards the combo. Now I'm going to push now before they draw a card, because we want to minimize the chances that they can flip it. Would have much rather hit the cat here. Okay, so they can exile a creature from our graveyard. That's fine. I mean, there's Dryad Arbor, Young Wolf, but doesn't do. We don't do anything with it. They could have something like Cling to Dust, but this is where having multiple foods come in. Oh, exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. What are we exiling? I feel like it's just Safekeeper, honestly. Like they've got 0 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm just going to exile the Safekeeper and hope to rip a creature. Well, that's pretty good. That just wins the game. I mean, we had lots of draws that win the game there. Discord creature into finding something from Birthing Ritual. So yeah, 4-1, that felt really good. Apologies again for the short league, but we did see a couple of quite polarizingly different games in Neo Brand and Blue Black. So yeah, happy with that. Do let me know if you've got any hints, tips, any decks that you think would be a good consideration to play at the moment. But other than that, I will see you again soon. Cheers.